So I decided after I went and seen them, I was going to stop by where I was raised at yesterday for a bit to see the family that had a hand in raising me. Because if some of you don't know, I was raised in the system. I was raised in foster care. So I went to see my foster family. And me and my foster sister went out. And we went to riding around in town. And you got to excuse me because my throat's kind of sore because I've been suffering with the weather down here. It's summertime in Louisiana. So anyway, yeah, you girls got her nail did and her eyes done. So, but anyway, uh, while I was in town, me and my sister stopped by Sonny's Fried Chicken. And by the way, I was in Church Point, Louisiana. And that's down south. Excuse me, my throat. So she stops me and she tells me that she sees a certain person. And I'm not going to say their name. Not going to say their name because I don't want anything to come back at me. All I'm going to say is this is what a survivor looks like after being, messed with, as a child. So by not one, by three of them. Okay. This is what a survivor looks like. One's passed away. There's two left. I'm just waiting on the other two to pass away. But when my sister stopped, she told me that person was there. I didn't know if it was the passenger or the driver. So what I did was I told her, I said, move out the way. And I locked eyes with him. And he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, well, what the fuck with you? And he looked at me and I just went on the side of the door and I was like, oh, so me living in foster care all these years with you, you can't remember who the fuck I am. And he just looked at me and he was like, oh, I remember you, Elizabeth. And I'm like, who the fuck Elizabeth is? Because that's not me. My name's not Elizabeth. Told him who my brother was. Then I told him who I really was. And he shoot his son out the car, said, I gotta go. I was like, yeah, go ahead, child molester, because that's what you are. You ain't nothing but a child molester. And he's dead hard on drugs, so, doesn't look the same person like he was whenever I was young. So, go forward to me and my sister going into Sonny's. I didn't care that his son heard me call him that. I really didn't. Because that's what your father is. That's what he's known for. To me. And it lasted from the time that I was 5 that I can remember until I was I wanted to leave when I was in trade school. I was 15. Yeah. Till I was about 15. I knew that it was wrong, but they had such a grip on you, they made you. And if you didn't do it, you got in trouble. You got beat by their parents. So, you had no choice. So, I went to school one day and I let it be known what was going on. So, I told the people at Children's Services that if they didn't let me go live with this other foster family for the weekend, that they were going to find me on the side of the road with a note on my stomach, pinned, with all the information that they knew about for years that happened to me, and that everything that went on from the time that I moved into that foster family until the time that I was talking to them that day, that they were going to be in trouble and they were going to be investigated. So they let me go. And that weekend turned into, I stayed with that family. And they saved me. They really did. They saved me. And I thank them. And I visit them all the time. And I call them. And I stay in constant contact with them because of the fact that they were my lifesavers from being abused as a child. You abuse a child from the time that they're 5 until the time that they're 15, and you tell them that they have no choice. They have to do what you say. You make them get up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning to do dishes from 5 years old until 15, wash laundry, do yard work, do garden, pull weeds. I mean, I know how it feels, to do strict stuff, and when I had children, I swore I never would make them do anything like that. I was going to protect them. I was going to protect them so bad that they wasn't going to be abused like I was. They wasn't going to be going to nobody's house to spend a night because I didn't know if there was a child molester in that house. So they had to be old enough to go to somebody's house. So if somebody touched them in the wrong way, that they could tell me and I can get something done. So I, as a grown up, right, after all them years of being molested, said, no, it's not going to happen. My kids are not going to spend the night nowhere. They're not going to be a baby going to your house. Even was to the point that I protected them as babies and wouldn't let them spend a night because I was so afraid that my kids were going to be, hurt, and what neighbor going to tell me that they were touched in a way that I was touched, like, so I made them stay home. Nobody was going to touch my kids the way that I was touched. So I was like, no, nobody, you're not going. You're not going to be able to go until you can tell me that, if anybody does anything. So, my second foster family, my last home before I got pregnant at 16 and a half, that saved me from my foster home that was from the torture that I had went through, was the best home that I ever had. And I wished I would have landed that home in the first place. Because I would have never got pregnant at a young age. But, I'm glad that I have my daughter. It's just that it hurts the way that people, think that they have so much authority over you that they can just, grill it into a young child's head and say, I got this, I'm going to make you do this. You're going to do it because you're my sister. We support you. We feed you. You're just a foster child. Your mama don't care about you. Yeah, that's all true. My mama didn't care about me. My mama gave me up at 2 months old to the state. She didn't care about me. She gave me up, people. My mother gave me away. My mother didn't care. She gave me away to the state. And it hurts to admit today, as a grown woman, I'm 52 years old, my mom gave me away to the state at 2 months old. I have the paperwork. And it hurts. It really hurts. Because you want so much to do with your parent. And you find out when she's gone, when you go to the nursing home that she was at, when the lady addresses you as your brother's wife, He says, no, that's her baby daughter. And they tell you, no. All we ever knew was that she had a son that passed away, and she never told us she had a baby girl. My mama never wanted anybody to know I ever existed. She was ashamed of me. That's how I feel. And the court papers proved it. Because I have them. To this day, I have the papers in my closet in a bag. And it hurts so much. Because all this hurts so bad to know that as a grown person at 52 years old, I can't wait until these last two people die. I'll be free. But fast forward, I'm in Sonny's Fried Chicken in Church Point. And me and my sister, foster sister, are sitting down. There's this guy on the other side sitting there listening to us talk about him, about Ricky. And he gets up and he walks towards the door and he says, bye, Lily, have a good day. And I looked at my sister, I was like, who the fuck was that? This motherfucker don't know who I am. I don't know who that is. Don't they know I've been gone since I was 17 after I had my child? They don't know me. Why are they confronting me? They need to tell me who they are. I don't remember them from jack fuck shit. So they need to tell me who they are. I announced it on my Facebook post that I was going there yesterday. And if any of my school friends wanted to see me, to let me know. But this motherfucker, whoever he was, don't tell me hi. Don't approach me like that. I got balls today. I got a mouth. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to cuss. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know who the fuck you are. You got to tell me who you are. Don't just say, have a good day. Because I don't know who you are. If we grew up together, tell me who you are. If you're a friend of who that child molester was, don't fucking talk to me. Because I don't have anything to do with you. Because if you're his friend, you just as nasty and fucked up as he is. So, it's sad. It's fucking sad. So, it's really bad. So, I want to get on here and share this story with y'all because of what I experienced yesterday. It's just real bad. So, hello everybody that's coming into here and listening to me. I don't know who sent this. Congratulations on the pregnancy. Lord knows I'm not pregnant at 52. That boat done sailed away a long time ago. I've got grandbabies. So, Vanessa, hello. I just want to share this with y'all. I've only got like 4 viewers, but I don't care. If I could throw this story out there to anybody that would listen, I'm more than happy to tell my story so y'all can hear. I felt like it was in me to let this out because I've had this in me a whole lot. Nobody's known this. It's been inside me for years. I'm 52 years old and I have been abused by 3 people in foster care. 3 people. 3 people that I'm supposed to trust. 3 people. And I couldn't trust them. I thought I was doing the right thing because they told me that I was supposed to do it because they loved me. That I was supposed to, and I was grilled this since 5 years old. And when you put that in a child's head, what is the child supposed to do? The child listens. The child obeys. I didn't know about good touch, bad touch until I was a junior in junior high. That's when they started telling us about good touch, bad touch. And then I realized it started telling them, no, this is not what I'm supposed to do. You're supposed to leave me alone. Don't touch me. Leave me alone. They started getting mad at me. 3 of them. One's dead. 2 are living. And I can't wait until they're gone. And y'all can share this story if y'all want. Because it's the truth. And it just feels good. But this is what a survivor looks like. Me. I'm a survivor. And I'm not going to let it bother me no more. But when I see them, I'm going to let them know. I'm loud and I'm proud. I'm married. I'm happy. And nobody's hurting me no more. Nobody. I'm 52. I'm good. I'm good. I'm real good. I got a good man standing behind me. A real good man who loves me for who I am. Who tells me I'm good. Who appreciates me. Who doesn't abuse me. And when he tells me he loves me, he really means it. And he doesn't make me do anything that I don't want to do. Okay? And I've been with him for 14 years before I married him. Because my first marriage was a joke. So, it would only lasted 16 years. So, go figure. Because the trauma from my childhood, my first marriage didn't last. But this relationship, I did not get married. I waited. Well, we both waited 14 years. So, we've been together 14, married 1 year. We're on our second. So, if this story helps anybody, reach out to me. I'll reach out to you. Nobody should keep this quiet. No child should be hurt in a way like that or touched like I was touched. Because it does hurt. It really does. And, you have nightmares. You really do. You really do. It really fucked with my head. It really did. I tried overdosing as a child on pills because I was so aggravated and so not wanting to do what they wanted me to do. The foster family that I was with, that this was going on with, had me, my real mom told them that she didn't want me dreaming about boys. Okay. Get this. She didn't want me dreaming about boys, okay? Because she didn't want me to have any feelings for guys or boys or anything. Well, they took me to a psychiatrist. A psychiatrist put me on some medicine that was supposed to make me not have any dreams at all. I tell y'all what, I tried killing myself. I really did. I really tried killing myself at the age of 13. I took a half a bottle of pills. These motherfuckers were sitting there drinking and playing cards with some people. And I'm not going to mention these people's names, because I might be friends with them on here. So, I kept getting up. I kept reaching in the cabinet. I kept taking more pills. Every time I got up, because I couldn't sleep. These pills wasn't making me sleep. And I kept getting up. Kept grabbing more pills. Crowley's. It was the Crowley uh, counseling. It's behind the trade school in Crowley. And I kept taking them. I got up the next morning. Y'all, I couldn't stand straight. I couldn't. I went from standing straight up. I was so limber at that time. My head went all the way back, touching my feet. And I told them, I said, I couldn't stand up. I couldn't stand up at all. So they laid me on the couch.